again, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here. My name is Abel Prieto, and I'm coming to you live from Miami, Florida. And man, we've got a great training in store for you guys today. We decided to go on Connect. It was the best option for today. So just know that sometimes we'll be here on Connect. Sometimes we'll be on my YouTube channel. So, check your local listings for all the information. Before I keep going, let me make sure that you guys can see me. Let me know if you can hear me okay. I'm going to check the chat. We got people here from all parts of the world. We got people here from Norway. We got people here from Spain. We got people here from Sweden. We got people here from the UK. We got people here from Palma de Mallorca, España. We got people here from Valencia. We got people here from Miami. We got people here from Orlando. We got people here from different parts of Florida, a couple more places in the US. We've got Marion is in the house and she is laughing. Why? Because the zebra is still on the floor. Yes, Aniko, the zebra is still on the floor. Aniko, I'm going for that, cool, I don't give a crap vibe. I got paintings on the floor. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. Actually, it's because, I just haven't done it. Malen, thank you for joining us. I know Malen is in Valencia. You know what? Let's do this, okay? I just want to say hi to you guys. I want to give you a chance to open up your cameras just for the very beginning of this. I just want to say hi and see your faces. If you can be on screen, if not, that's fine too. There I am. There is my zebra. My zebra is my best friend in the world. I mean, I come to her for advice and for direction. She's always looking at me. She's always, giving me just the perfect look that makes me really contemplate from deep within and realize, certain things about my life. Leif, what's up, Leif? How you doing, brother? Leif's like, yeah. Thank you, Abel. Leif is like, Abel, you're loud enough for me. You're loud enough for everybody. I don't have to. I just want you to. Leif, thank you for being here, man. Thank you for joining us. We've got Johannes here. All right, man. Johan, what's up? Welcome from Palma de Mallorca. We got the great Andy Santiago. He was on camera for a second. Now he's gone. We got Radars in the house. Radars. Yeah. Enjoying the warm weather in Sweden, I'm sure. All right, guys. Hey, just wanted to say hi. We got Andy Santiago. He's not sure how to work the screen, how to work the video. He's from Orlando, Florida, too. All right, guys. We're going to go ahead and get started. There's way too much noise going on, so I want to go ahead and change it to presentation mode. All right, there goes that idea. But all right, so let's get right into it. First of all, I want to make sure that you guys are aware of a couple of important events that we have going on. First of all, and we're going to talk about this a little bit more today, but there are online events and offline events. So there are events that we do on a weekly basis online to help you grow your business, right? We'll talk about that a little bit later. And then there are offline events. In other words, events, live events that you can go to. Why do we have both? Because people need both, because people react differently to both. There's a pro, a positive, and a pro and a con to an online event. The pro is that, it's easy to access. You don't have to travel anywhere. You don't have to spend any money. You can do it from the comfort of your home. We live in a technological era. And we need to have that there, right? Especially when you're growing a global business like a lot of us are, you got to be able to have online events, right? And then there's a pro to having live events, because there's nothing like a live event. There's nothing like seeing people and touching people and hugging people and taking pictures with people and having that live feel, that connection that you can only get when you're at a live event. So one of the jobs that you got to do as a leader at inCruises, as someone who's here, attempting to build a business, someone that's here to do something meaningful in the world of business, in the world of entrepreneurship, in the world of network marketing, is you got to be aware of all the events and everything that's going on. So as you know, every Monday at 3 p.m., we got our English business presentation, right? 3 p.m. Miami time, 9 p.m. Spain, Norway time. All right. Check your local listings. And every week we do that presentation in English. Now, as of right now, I just don't see a lot of movement with new guests there. There's always a few, sometimes none. There's always people from the team that are plugging in. So right now, what I do is for the most part, on Mondays at 3 p.m., I play a recording of that business presentation. That recording is great. It's perfect. Someone that's never seen the business can come into that live broadcast on Mondays at 3 p.m. Miami time, and they will know exactly who we are, what we do, how to get paid, and how to get started. They'll learn a little bit about the presenter, about my story, and it's a great thing. When I see more people plugging into that meeting at 3 p.m. on Mondays, then I'll start doing those live again. Plus, we're working on a new presentation that we're going to be launching in the next couple weeks. We're going to have a new presentation in English and Spanish. So soon I'm going to have to record that presentation. So that'll be live very, very soon. But just be aware, every Monday at 3 p.m., there's a live presentation that you guys can invite your guests to. That presentation is also available as a recording on my YouTube channel. I've put that out there. You guys have my YouTube channel. So you guys, at any moment, if you want them to see a live person, a real person, give them a presentation about who we are, what we do, how to get paid, and how to get started, then you could always share that link to that presentation. So make sure that you're aware of the tools that you have to grow your business. Every Tuesday at 3 p.m., here we are, Miami time, we do an English partner training. These are all events that you need to be able to plug into. You need to do every effort to plug into these events. If you miss them, then we always make the available recording as soon as possible. When we do these recordings live on my YouTube channel, they're available immediately. That's why we love the YouTube channel. When we do them here on Connect, usually by the following day, it'll be live on my YouTube channel, and you can always catch whatever it is that you missed. But make every effort possible within your possibilities to be in our English partner training events. Now, I see a bunch of people that are here now. That's great. We're growing attendance, but we need to grow it more. So there's room for improvement there. Every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Miami time, I do a Spanish partner training. So it's usually this same one, just translated into Spanish. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes I'll bring in a guest speaker. So we've got that available for you as well. Then you've got the company webinar, the official company webinar every Monday in Spanish, every Tuesday night in English. If you miss those, the company makes those available in your back office under training, I believe, and on their webinar recordings. You can always catch that. So be aware of all the events that we have coming on. Now, in terms of live events, if you happen to be in the Miami area, then I want you to join us tomorrow, Wednesday at 2 p.m. in Miami. There you've got the address. I'm going to be joining two of my direct marketing directors from Florida. So if you are in the Florida area, if you are in the Miami area, if you are somewhere close, or if you have people in this area, get them to this event. Now, this event is going to be we're not going to do a business presentation, but we will be talking about the business, a lot of the things that the company's doing now, new products, new releases, the things that are coming. So if you're thinking about inviting a brand new person to this event who's never seen inCruises, it's probably not the best idea. It's better for people who have already joined the business. Partner trainings, they're going to get great training, or at least someone that's already seen the business and maybe they haven't taken the next step. But I want to encourage you to plug into this event. It's going to be at one of our partners' offices in Doral, Florida, Miami, Florida, and reach out to me and let me know if you have someone that you can invite to this event. After this, what's next? Well, we've got Mark Aceta coming in to Barcelona, February 24th. Mark Aceta, one of the, if not the best trainer in all of network marketing. This guy has been a 7-figure income earner in prior companies where he's built successful network marketing careers, and has decided to become a personal coach, a public speaker, a trainer. And what I love about someone like Mark Aceta is that he's done it. He's actually done it. And so he knows how to train you in what you need in network marketing. Why? Because he's done it. So this is not just someone that talks the talk. This is someone who has walked the walk. It's a very successful person. Out of all the people that I know in network marketing in terms of training, I would say he's the best, or at the very, very top. So if you could be in Barcelona, we're gonna have a view from the edge tour where he's gonna come in on February 24th. You've got the location. We've got the link that's out there for you to purchase your ticket. Tickets are 25 euros, very inexpensive. For you to make it to this event, there's gonna be a one-day event from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. 4 full hours of nothing but great training from one of the greats, Mark Aceta, in English because he speaks English, and then we're gonna have Spanish translation simultaneously. So I encourage you, this is not a view from the edge. A view from the edge, the actual event is coming up in March 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. It's done through a company that we're working with, Life Mastery Trainings, that Radar and Margaret introduced me to. And the view from the edge is gonna get, that's the full program, right? It's 2 days of nothing but incredible training, Broadway style plays where, you know, everything is taught via a scene, a scene that gets acted, a Broadway type scene. And then it's all about being a better leader, being a better person, becoming a better networker, everything. So that's a view from the edge, which I encourage you to get to. But this is a view from the edge tour where you're gonna get a taste of that. But more importantly, you're gonna have this guy on the stage for 4 hours training you on how to build your network marketing business. It's only for inCruises people. We expect 100 to 150 people in attendance. Tickets are running out fast. So I encourage you to go in there and get your tickets. And if you're planning on taking people, then buy a few tickets at a time in case they run out. Go ahead and get yourself 4 tickets, 5 tickets, 10 tickets at a time. That way you're kind of you've got an extra motivation because now you've invested money in the event. You've got an extra motivation to get people to the event, to get your money back, and to get people to an incredible event. He's going to be talking about how to do presentations, keys to being a great presenter, how to close, how to prospect, keys to prospecting, keys to creating a successful event when you put your own event together, network marketing keys to becoming successful in our industry. So I encourage you to get to this event in Barcelona. If you're close, if you're in Barcelona, if you've got people in Barcelona, if you got people in the areas close to Barcelona, people in Spain, whether they're English or Spanish speaking, because it's going to be in both languages. I encourage you to take it out. Get out to this event and get your tickets as soon as possible. And then the next event, the next big event that I'd like to talk to you about is the event I already mentioned, which is A View from the Edge. Get your details from wherever you got to get these details from. Get your tickets. Tickets are almost running out. This is going to be in Croatia, a country that I've never been to. So I'm excited about being in Croatia on March 22nd, 23rd, and 24th with the team. We're gonna take a bunch of people to this event with Mark Aceta, with the founders of Life Mastery. So make sure that you're doing everything in your power to get yourself to these events. So that being said, let's go right into training. One of the things that I want to make sure that you're aware of when it comes to becoming successful at our business, which I'm assuming that's why you're here, right? If you're here, chances are you're here. Why? Because you want to become successful at inCruises. Let me know if that's the case. So if you're in the chat, feel free to chat with me. Let me know, give me a thumbs up, give me a high five. give me a flexi arm, give me a 100%, give me a 111, give me a let's go, give me an amen, whatever it is. Let me know, right? So I'm assuming that I'm talking to people, I'm speaking with people today that have decided to take time from their busy lives and their busy schedules where, you're building your business and you're managing your life, right? And you've decided to invest this time, which time is everything, right? Time to me is so much more valuable than money, because you could always make more money, but you can never make more time. So if you're here, chances are you want to become successful. Well, I want to give you two major parts of your job description. So I want to give you two major parts of your job description at inCruises if you want to be successful at inCruises. So you guys know how when you apply for a job, they give you a job description, right? I haven't done that in 27 years, but the last time I did apply for a job, I was 20 years old, more or less, 19, 20 years old. I started working at Fisher Island Human Resource Department. I was an HR assistant, which basically meant I made coffee and copies for my boss. That was my last job, but I do remember, when you submit for a job, you submit a resume, right? Which is you telling the employer why they should hire you. It's you selling yourself, right? And then the employer submits also a job description, a description that tells you what the job entails, right? In other words, if you want this job, this is what you have to do to become successful at this job. And if you don't complete these job descriptions, or if you don't feel like you're able to complete these job descriptions, then one, you don't apply for the job because you don't feel like you're able to complete the job description. Like, for example, if the job is calling for accounting skills and you're not an accountant, you don't have an accounting degree, then you don't apply for that job, because according to the job description, it's not something that you're capable of accomplishing, maybe now or maybe never, right? If the job description requires you to be an expert at marketing, because you're going to be the chief marketing officer for the company, and you're not an expert at marketing, then you can apply for that job, right? It's not a job that you can fulfill. But I want to make sure that you know what your job description, or two key ingredients, two key parts of the job description to become successful at inCruises, where you need to make sure that you know what they are, and then you need to accomplish those two job descriptions if you want to keep the job of being successful at inCruises. Does that make sense? Well, one of the very important jobs of a successful partner member at inCruises, of a successful network marketer, that's the industry we're in, right? We're in the network marketing space. We're in the network marketing industry. We're in the network marketing sector. We're in the travel industry as well. We're in the cruise business. We're in the hotels business. We're in the membership industry. We're in the travel club industry. Call it whatever you want to call it. But the compensation plan that is used in our company is a network marketing compensation plan. So there are certain things you got to do in network marketing to become successful. And one of the very important jobs in your job description is what I've been talking to you from the beginning, is your ability to make it to events and to bring people to events. You have to get very good at that if you want to make it here. If you want to succeed in network marketing, specifically in this network marketing business, our business, inCruises, the vehicle that you and I have chosen within network marketing, within the broader space of business ownership and entrepreneurship, the vehicle that I have, that I got introduced to 8 years ago, the vehicle that you got introduced to recently or whenever it was, the vehicle that you and I both share. If you want to become successful in this business, the very first thing, or one of the very important things that you got to be good at, as part of your job description is you got to make it to events. You got to make sure that you're doing everything in your power to make it to events, online and offline. And maybe even more importantly, you have to make sure that you're doing everything in your power to bring people to those events, online and offline. Why? Why is this important for your business? Why is this so essential that you get good at that part of your job description? And then again, as I give you this, you have to self-analyze, right? You have to do a self-analysis of yourself and say, okay, do I have to get better at this? Do I have to pay more attention to this? Do I have to give this a little more focus, a little more energy? Because Abel's telling me, and Abel knows because he's successful in network marketing, and he's been in network marketing for 20 years and surrounded himself with people that are successful. And so Abel knows what he's talking about. And Abel wants what's best for me, because if I make money, he makes money. So he wants me to make money. So why? Well, because through events is how you become educated. Through events, online or offline, is how you get better. And that is so important. Through events is how you get inspired. Through events is how you get motivated. Through events, through going to events, through making it to something like tomorrow, the Miami event, if you're able to, through making it to something like the February 24th event with Marqueseta in Barcelona, through making it through a big event, a big amazing event, where you got to invest a little bit of time and effort and money to get there, and the ticket's more expensive. Through making it to those events, you get inspired to keep moving forward. You get motivated to keep moving forward. You become better because you become more educated at the business that you've decided to choose to build a legacy for you and your family. Because through events, you decide, man, if he can do it, I can do it. If she can do it, I can do it. I want to emphasize, and I can't emphasize enough, the importance of you understanding that you need to stay plugged into the system. You need to stay, as Radar and Margaret would say, close to the campfire. That is one of the major parts of your job description if you want to become a successful person at inCruises and in network marketing. There's nothing like going to an event, seeing someone that went through something and then made it. And then I remember having that feeling. I remember going to events and saying, oh my God, and being so inspired and motivated by someone who did what I want to do. That's why you gotta make it to events, because you get to experience proof of concept. If he can do it, if she can do it, I can do it. Remember that one of the ways that you have to prepare yourself to accept success into your life, I've talked about that before, right? You know, success wants to come into your life. It's so crazy, it's incredible. Success is dying to come into your life. It's not complicated, it's not complex, it's not mystical, it's not magical, it is the way it is. Success wants to come into your life. You just need to be ready to accept success. And we've talked about the 3 ways that you become ready to accept success when it's ready to come into your life. The first way is the right mindset. That's another training. But the second way is self-development, constant and never-ending improvement. You have to be worthy of success. You have to deserve success. So many people I talk to on a daily basis, and they feel like they're entitled to success. They feel like, like they're supposed to be successful. Well, yeah, you're supposed to be successful if you deserve success. If you're worthy of success, then you're supposed to be successful. But you have to work on yourself. You have to deserve success. You need to become the type of person that becomes successful and that is able to attract people. And one of the ways you do that is you got to make it to all the events. You have to make it to all the events. And I'm so proud of some of the people that are in here with us right now, because They're always at the event. They're always on the online presentation. They're always getting better. They're always looking for coaching, for guidance, for direction. They're always staying plugged into the system. And I'm so proud of you if that's you. But if it's not you, do a better job at that. You have to not only get to the event, but you have to then bring people with you to the events. You got to get good at selling the event. You got to become an expert marketer at getting people to the event. And we'll talk about how it is that you can do that. So remember, when you're at the gym, the weight doesn't get easier. You get stronger. Let me let that sink in a second. When you go to the gym and you keep going to the gym, the weight doesn't get easier. The weight remains the same. The weight of the weight doesn't change. What is it that changes? What is it that changes? You change. You become stronger. So the way you become stronger, the way you become better, the way you become a people attractor. Because some of us have to go from being a people repeller. Some of us come from backgrounds where, based on the persons that we were before, we were repelling people. In our business, you got to become an attractor of people. One of the ways you do that, one of the way you attract people to your business, one of the way you attract people to an event is by becoming more attractive. If you want people to be interested in you, then you need to do two things: become more interested in them, and you have to become more interesting. Do you understand? And one of the ways you do that is staying plugged into the system, staying close to the campfire, working on self-development, constant and never-ending improvement. And you get that through big events, through making it to the next event. What's the most important event? The next one, online or offline. Remember, the weight doesn't get easier, you get stronger. So, stop wishing for things to be easier. Instead, wish for you to be better, and then go make it so. So how do you make sure that you complete this job description? How is it that you make sure that you get to events and that you're able to make it to all the events possible? By the way, let me stop for a moment. Sometimes you can't make it to an event. That's fine. Right now, I know of a few people that should be here at this event right now, and they're not here. But they're not here because they're building their business. They're at a meeting. They're meeting with some people. And they called me and said, Abel, I'm not going to be able to be in the live training today. I'll catch the recording because, brother, I've got a meeting. I got to meet with some people. And the only time that they could meet with me was Tuesday at 3 p.m. Miami time. Is that cool? I said, of course that's cool. The whole purpose of these meetings and these trainings is to train you to go do that. If that's what you're doing, then bro, God bless you, go do that. Okay, Abel, so that means that from now on, I don't have to make it to the webinars? No, stupid. What I'm saying is that if you happen to have a meeting or an appointment, online or offline, and the only time they can see you and you do everything you can to be here, but you can't, then go do that. That's what we want you to do. This is just preparing to work. That is work. Do not kid yourself. When you are here with me on these webinars, you are working on part of the plan. You are staying close to the campfire. You're making it to an event. You're working on self-development. But do not kid yourself. Right now, all of you, every single one of you that are here right now, you are not working. This is not work. This is you preparing for work. This is you committing to one of the parts of your job description to become successful, but it is not work. So when you speak to your spouse, you can't say to her, I worked today, honey. I was on Abel's webinar. Nope. And if you've got appointments or meetings that you can be on right now, you need to be on those. But if not, then you need to be here. You guys understand what I'm telling you? I'm telling you, this is what it takes. This is what it takes. So how do you make sure that you're able to complete this job of being a juggler? You see, at inCruises, you have to become an expert juggler. Yep, you do. You have to know how to juggle different things at the same time. All of us successful people have done it and still do it today. You got to juggle family life. You got to juggle spiritual life. You got to juggle business life, financial life, personal life, physical life, health life, relationships, making it to events, getting people to events, staying in touch with your team, setting appointments, prospecting. Yep, you got to do that. But you can do that. I've done it. Other people have done it. Other people more successful than me have done it even better. So don't sit there and think that, oh no, I got to focus on one thing at a time. Yeah, you got to focus on one thing at a time, but you got to be able to complete everything at a time. I want you to know that you can have it all. You can have a great family life. You can have a great spiritual life. You can have a great relationship. You can have a great health and physical life. You can have a great financial and business life. You can have a great, social life. If you know how to manage your time properly, and if you're disciplined and you stick to a schedule, I'll give you more details. But yes, you have to become an expert juggler. Yep, that's what it takes. Oh, hold on. Did they tell you becoming really successful was easy? Oh, they did. They lied to you. This is the reason why most people never become successful, because they're not able to do that. You gotta be able to do this. Is it easy? No, it's not easy. Is it sometimes uncomfortable? Yep. Sometimes you want to kill yourself or kill somebody. Just kidding. You know what I'm saying, right? But you gotta do it. That's what it takes. That's what it takes. So how do you make sure that you're able to do all this? Well, number one, you gotta be organized. You got to organize yourself. Some of us are not naturally organized people. If you struggle with that, make a decision to change that. You have to be organized with your schedule. You have to plan ahead. You got to put things on your calendar. You got to set alarms. You got to have to-do lists. Man, it boggles my mind. Sometimes I talk to someone, we have a conversation. There are 2 or 3 things that they got to do. Poof. And then, I'm in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, he knows what he's got to do. I mean, I gave it to him. I'm assuming he's writing it down, or he's got a great memory. He's got some kind of organizational system, so then I keep going, doing my thing, right? I'm sure some of you have experiences, and I'm doing my thing, and I'm like trusting that that's going to get done. And then a week later, because I'm organized and because I'm aware, because I'm on it, I go back to the person. I say, hey, so whatever happened with this, and that? Oh, I forgot. Oh, there it is. A tall tale sign of why you're not successful. So make that change. Don't be that person. Don't be that person. You see, now that I've decided to, not rebuild my business is built. But now that I've decided over the last few months to re-engage my business and to build new teams in my business, man, I'm reminded of what it takes to do something big, right? It takes a lot, but let me tell you, it's worth it. It is so worth it. It is so worth it to have a business that pays you residual, passive, recurring income, whether you show up or not. It is a beautiful thing. So just know that it's worth it. But you got to be organized. You got to plan ahead. You got to work with calendars. You got to work with to-do lists. You got to have systems. You got to manage groups. You got to have Facebook groups if that's the right thing to have. WhatsApp groups, Telegram groups. You got to stay connected. You got to communicate with your team. Now, when your team starts growing so much like mine, it's impossible for me to communicate with everyone on my team on a daily basis. So what do? I use groups. Pay attention to your groups. I'm talking to you via the group. I'm not talking to the group. I'm talking to you. I'm telling you what you need to do, what you need to focus on, what you need to, make happen. So pay attention to the groups. What's the number 2 job description of someone that wants to become successful at inCruises? What is the number 2? I said I was going to give you 2 job descriptions today. Did you guys notice number 1? Did you guys get number 1? Did you guys realize it? What was the first one? What's the first job description in your job as an inCruises partner member? What's that first one I gave you? What is it? What's that first job description I gave you? Come on, everyone should be writing. Everyone should be writing in the chat. Come on. Events, right? Events. Making it to events and getting people to events. And I told you why. And I told you how. Through organization. I just gave you that. Make that a priority. It's a very important part of a successful partner member at inCruises. Very, very important. And you have to know how to juggle it, right? You got to get good at doing that while you do the other things that we got to do at inCruises. Number 2 job description, become a leader. You have to become a leader. You have to become a leader. Leadership is everything. Why do you have to become a leader? Because leadership is everything. Leadership is everything. Why? Because people are starving for leadership. The world is starving for leadership. People are starving for incredible, great leaders. One of my mentors, the founder of my prior company, he used to say, show me any successful organization, group, team, church, company, and I will show you a leader at work. Isn't that true? Any successful organization, any successful team, any successful enterprise, any successful group, any successful nonprofit, any successful church, any successful team has a leader at work. So the second part of your job description, if you want to become very successful at inCruises, is you need to become a leader. How do you do that? It's called leading from the front. What does that mean, Abel? It means you have to go get wide. You got to go get wide. While you motivate and inspire and educate your people. People will do what you do, not what you say. Listen to me. You have to go get wide. When you go get wide, when you lead from the front, which is what becoming a leader is, when you do what you want your team to go do, don't you want your team to go get wide? Don't you wish that all your people would just recruit more and lead by example and get more direct partner members? Let me ask you, I'm asking you that. I'm talking to you. Isn't that what you want? Then you have to do it first. And then that starts duplicating, and then that's where you create an army. That's how you create a super hierarchy. You have to become a leader. You have to lead from the front. That is what becoming a leader is. It's called you do it first. You have to go get wide. People will do what you say, what you do, not what you say. How wide do I need to get, Abel? How wide do you need to get? 50 wide. You need to go get 50 wide. Go get 50 wide, and I promise you, everything else will take care of itself. Oh, but 50, that's it? And what happened? I'm just going to have 50 people. No, silly. You go get 50. Do you understand the momentum that will cause in your business? You understand the work that will create downline? Do you understand how you'll have production coming from so many different lines? Do you understand the leaders that will pop up? Do you understand what that will do to the belief of your team? Do you understand? Go get 50 wide. Let me ask you a question. How wide are you right now? If you want to answer in the chat, or just think about it. But go think, how wide am I? How far am I from 50? How many am I missing? And then develop a game plan to get there. Go get 50 wide. It's really 50 to 100, but at a bare minimum, go get 50 wide. Can you build a business at inCruises with less than 50 wide? Yes, but you're risking it. Yes, but you're taking a chance. Yes, but you're not really guaranteeing your success. It can happen. You can also win the lotto. You know, you can play a lotto tomorrow and win the lotto. It's possible, but it's not plausible. Why do I say 50? The average board of directors at inCruises has right at 53. Let me give you some numbers. I'm giving you the keys to the kingdom, ladies and gentlemen. If you pay attention to me and then you get to work on what I'm telling you to do, and I know what some of you might be thinking, this guy always tells me the same thing. Well, when you start doing it, I'll stop telling you. It's like the guy, the pastor at the church that always gives the same sermon, right? You know that story? Every Sunday, the pastor gives the same sermon. He gives the same sermon, and the church just gets tired of people in the congregation start talking. This guy always says the same thing. He's always the same thing. And they go to the pastor and they say, "Hey, pastor, when are you going to change your sermon?" And the pastor looks at them and says, "When you start doing what I'm telling you to do. That's when I'll change my sermon." See, success in network marketing is not complex. It's not complicated. It's very simple. It's a few things repeated over an extended period of time. Those same few things. It's very simple. Very simple. It's what I've done to achieve the level of success that I have. And it's what I'm now doing again to get to the next level of success. Let me give you the numbers. The average marketing director at inCruises has 10 directs. Johan, you're missing 43. Go for it, buddy. You're 7 wide. So you want to know the first challenge with why you still, not you, Johan, I'm saying people in general, haven't achieved success yet? You're not wide enough. Johan is 7 wide. He needs to get to 50. Marika, 17 wide. That's pretty good. How long have you been here? I'd like to know. 17 wide, you need to get to 50. You got 33 to go. How wide are you? Go get 50. Nothing bad will happen. Listen to me. Nothing bad will happen to you or your business or your team if you go get 50 wide. Nothing bad will happen. And a lot of good can happen. Am I going to sit here and say, I bet my life, I will give you my children if you go get 50 wide and you don't become successful? No, I won't bet my life on it. But there's a very, very high probability, very high, based on the numbers, based on facts, based on statistics, based on history, based on many, many years of network marketing, 8 years of inCruises, that if you go get 50 wide, it's game over in a good way. And nothing bad will happen. The average marketing director at inCruises has 10 directs. You want to go become a marketing director? Go get 10 wide. The average senior marketing director at inCruises has 14 directs. You want to go become a senior marketing director? Go get 14 wide. There's a very high probability that you'll be a senior marketing director. National director, 20 wide. International director, 30 wide. Executive director, 40 wide. Board of directors, 53. So the average board of directors in the company is 53 wide. Do you guys understand what the word average means? That means it's an average. That means that some board of directors have more. There's different reasons for that. Either they've been in the business a very long time and they just, they've been around long enough where they just get more people, or because they're not as good at building relationships, or they're more on the side of throw crap up against the wall, see what sticks. There's different philosophies to building your business, right? Or whatever. And then there are some board of directors that have less than 53. I know board of directors that have become board of directors with 20-something directs. 20-something, not 53, not 50. 30 directs. There are some that have done it with 60, 70, 80 directs. Jonathan Diaz has 80-something, I think 90 directs. Jorge Torres, board of directors, has 80-something, 90 directs. Antonio Martinez, I think he's got 70, 80 directs. And then there are some people in the Japanese team and the South Korean teams, some people in the Kazakhs team, some people in the Russian and Ukraine teams that have done it with 30-something, 40, it depends on. But if you want to really almost guarantee your success, go get 50. Nothing bad will happen. Nothing but good things will happen. And then there's someone like me. I'm an international director. I'm about 50-something wide. I haven't looked at the numbers in a while. I'm in the 50s. And I'm not a board of directors. You see, there's exceptions. But worst case scenario, if you're as bad as I am or worse, you're gonna go get 50 wide and you're gonna be an international director making $20,000 to $30,000 a month in residual, passive, recurring income, whether you show up or not. You work because you wanna work, not because you need to work. I don't know, but if worst case, if push comes to shove, you go get 50 and you're as bad and stupid and dumb and as horrible as I am, you're gonna be making $20,000 to $30,000 a month. End up being your own boss in a business that you own with an incredible team from different countries, living a great life. Go get 50. Go get 50 wide. That's what leadership is. You go get wide. You lead with your example. When you start doing that, there's a better chance of people duplicating that. Remember, at inCruises, you are a player coach. You are a player coach. You are a player, you're playing, you're in the game, and you're also a coach. You're coaching your players on how to play the game. You have to learn to juggle both. Lead from the front until you don't have to lead anymore. Because you'll have a team with so many leaders leading each other. Everybody's gonna be leading, and there's gonna be too much leadership. But until then, you gotta lead from the front. Until then, you gotta keep prospecting, making contacts. You have to prioritize it in your schedule. You have to work with daily and monthly goals. Daily, weekly, and monthly goals. So if you wanna go get 10 wide to become a marketing director, then you gotta think, I gotta go do probably 30 or 40 presentations. If you go do 30 to 40 presentations, you're gonna get the 10 directs, and trust me, you're gonna be a marketing director on your way to senior marketing director. By the way, the newest sample in my business, Juan Betancourt, who did just that, Juan is about 10 to 12 wide. And he did it in a short amount of time, in about 2 months. And he won the Fast Start Award, and he became a marketing director with this formula, and now he's approaching senior marketing director. Amazing. If you want to go become a senior marketing director, because you're already a marketing director, you got to go get 16 wide. 14 wide. And you get the numbers, right? You understand the math. You understand what I'm saying. So work with daily, weekly, and monthly goals. How do you get wide? Go give a lot of presentations. If you're brand new in the business, use your upline. Listen, let me explain something to you as we close. Use your upline. Your upline is there to be used. Now I said use them. Do not abuse them. Use your upline. Do not add the AB to that word. Do not, but use your upline. But use your upline. Use me. Use us while you keep getting better and you keep leading from the front. Right now, guys, look, I'm a facilitator. I was thinking about this the other day. I'm a facilitator. I'm here to facilitate your success. That's what I want to do. I'm wide enough and I'm still getting wider. But I believe that really my number one goal is to help you become successful. Let me help you. Help me help you. That's what I want to do. The thing I want most in my life is to help Radar become successful, is to help Juan Betancourt become successful, is to help Andy become successful, is to help Javier become successful, is to help Troy Van Dyke become successful. And while I do that, if I see that you're not fulfilling your end of the bargain, I'm going to go work with other people. And I'm going to keep getting wide. I wish I didn't. I want to work with you. Tell me, what else can I do to help you become successful? The old Jerry Maguire movie, right? Show Me the Money. One of the best movies ever. If you haven't seen Jerry Maguire, see it. I've watched it 30 times. Help me, Raj. Help me. Help me help you. Help me help you. You don't know what it's like to be me out here helping you. It is an up and down, pride swallowing siege that I will never fully tell you about. Help me, Raj. Just wanted you to know how I memorized that movie. So I'm a facilitator. I'm a conductor right now. I have an orchestra. I just want to help everyone just play better. I want the sound to come through. I want everyone to succeed in the orchestra. Help me help you. I am your facilitator. I want to facilitate your success. Uplines, be patient with your people. You are not their boss. And keep getting new people. Always remember, you are one recruit away from an explosion. You are one person away from your business changing forever. You are one person away from your business changing forever. That's why you got to keep doing what? Leading from the front, getting wide, leading by example, doing it first. You're one person away. They're out there waiting for you, but you have to be willing to go through the numbers, go through the no's. You are not, don't worry, you're not in the business of convincing people. You are in the sorting business. You and I are sorters here. We collect decisions. I love that when I learned that from Troy Van Dyke a while back. We are in the decision collecting business. You got to give as many presentations as possible, become a good presenter, get good at overcoming objections, at communicating correctly, at, closing, answering questions. But your number one job and the way you become good at that is to give a lot of presentations. You can't say the wrong thing to the right person. Don't worry about it. Become emotionally unattached to the result and emotionally attached to working the numbers. Become emotionally unattached to the result, to the yes or to the no. Some of you are so attached. Oh my God, when someone says no to you, it's like it's the end of the world. Oh my God, your heart is broken. It's the end of it's like your girlfriend left you. Relax, it's not that serious. It's not that serious. Become emotionally unattached to the result and emotionally attached to working the numbers. And only through massive activity will you get better. Remember my mission. My mission is to create the biggest team of the most successful leaders in all of network marketing. That is my mission, and that is why we are here. So, let's go make this happen, guys. I just gave you your two most important job descriptions. I've got a bunch of other stuff that we got to cover, but we've been going on too much. I want to start cutting these webinars. I got to start doing this in 30, maximum 45 minutes. So I apologize for that. Sometimes I go off. I'm going to reduce that. I'm going to get better because that's what we're doing. We're all getting better. So I want to thank you for joining us today. My name is Abel Prieto, coming to you live from Miami, Florida. I'll see you at the next webinar. It's part of your job description. I'll see you in Barcelona if you can make it. I'll see you at the View from the Edge. And I'll see you on the beaches and the cruise ships of the world. Let's go, let's go, let's go. It is all systems go. Take care, guys.